listening to some live Exciter, and I'm gonna review. All right, I'm gonna review Wildcats, Cyberforce, Killer Instinct. Now, I was looking through my old comics. Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri are some of my favorite artists. You know, the artists so amazing what they did in the X-Men back in the '90s for Marvel, and then when they did Image, Jim Lee did Wildcats, Mark Silvestri did Cyberforce. They did this crossover Killer Instinct, and it kind of focuses on Warblade and Ripclaw. And I was like, man, it's so cool. You know, they're really cool characters. And afterward, Jim Lee even says, you know, him and Mark Silvestri, they both wanted to create their own. They say Claude Berserker character. They should just say Wolverine. And I think Jim Lee created Warblade. Mark Silvestri created Ripclaw, and they're really cool. I mean, I don't think they're actually that much of a ripoff of, of Wolverine. They are, but I don't know, they're different enough to where like, I don't even think about Wolverine. And then they did this crossover. I was like, man, should be cool. And the art is amazing, but just the story is lacking so much. But I mean, for the art, look at this like 4-page spread they did. I can't even show you all. What's the character Zelot? The art is truly amazing. Jim Lee is an outstanding artist, and Mark Silvestri too. They both have their own style, but kind of close to each other. But man, the story is not good. I really don't like saying that, but I just can't believe that. You know, it says co-plot and pencils and by Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri, script and co-plot Brandon Choi and Eric Silvestri. I was like, man, what do these guys do? I mean, this is not interesting at all. Hold on, I'm gonna open a beer. I need a beer for this one. It's just kind of upsetting that, you know, such, you know, artists of great caliber just don't kind of lack imagination. I mean, they certainly don't lack imagination in drawing, but of coming up with a cool storyline. I just don't understand how someone so creative can, you know, doesn't have more to say. I mean, but the art is amazing. I mean, if I can get to some of the covers, each cover is a master work of art. I mean, this would be a great poster or a T-shirt. Find another one. The main villain is that chick Misery. It's kind of cool. There's a Cyberforce. It just sucks that this couldn't even be like halfway decent. But Image, when it first came out, they put out a lot of crappy comics. I mean, they're great now, the stuff they're doing. I guess Spawn was good, and Savage Dragon is still going. And they keep, every once in a while, you know, they try to bring Cyberforce or Wildcats back. But, man, I almost can't even tell you what the story is about. And they do this thing where, like, they'll say something, and then, like, let's see, where is it? Okay, Red Dog the Blue Leader, Roger Red Dog, we have visual confirmation range 3.2, closing ETA, 500 hours. That's a Roger Red Dog, and the cybernetic mercenaries known as Shocks go on a mission they will never forget. And then in the little box it tells you Shocks stands for Special Hazardous Operation Cyborgs. That's kind of cool, but to do that so much where they'll say a word with periods in between, and you know they'll tell you, oh, it means this. Almost to where it's kind of distracting. They do that so much, and they're just that's like almost like their main focus. Of, let's come up with cool words, and then each letter will mean something. See, and you know, with such great artists, you think when Ripclaw and Warblade do fight, that it would be a really cool battle. And there is some cool art, but there's like nothing to it. There's nothing. I don't really care. Actually, the other characters, Heatwave and what's his name, Spartan. That was kind of a better fight than Ripclaws and Warblades. It should have been awesome. I mean, there's a Deathstroke comic where he fights Batman and beats the crap out of Batman. When Wolverine fought Sabretooth in the Mutant Massacre in the Mansion, that was like a knockdown, drag out, feral, brutal battle. And this should have been like that, or like stuff in Kraven's Last Hunt, where it's like real desperate and literally, you know, hanging by a thread, life or death battle between like Vermin and Spider-Man and Kraven against like criminals, or like when Daredevil fought the Kingpin and Born Again. I don't get none of that over here, and it sucks that like Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri, who are so creative, are really weren't that creative in like thinking of a great story for these characters. You know, since this Ripclaw and Warblade, at least they have gotten some personality. There's like no backstory, or you don't really know anything about these guys. Like, one of my favorite characters, the Badger. You know, you read his comic, you know who he is, you know what he likes, you know his favorite movies, favorite beer, stuff that bothers him, just little things that flesh out the character so much more. They don't do that at all in this. It's all like set up and then some cool panels, but just really nothing behind it. That sucks. Well, I still like it for the art. Let me find another cool. That cover. And then even Jim Lee, you can kind of tell he knew this is bad, because he says in the afterword, he says, sure, the books aren't Watchmen, not even laughably close, but then again, what is? It just seems he knew that he wrote. Wasn't it great, but he should stand by, you know, his work. Probably seemed like it almost when they were done, you know, they were like, this is pretty bad. Bad storyline, badly written. But then it's not even bad to where it's good, it's just kind of bad. But the art is amazing. I mean, it'd be worth, to get this, it'd be worth buying each individual issue and just having them, just to look at the covers. I mean, but Jim Lee puts so much into his art. I mean, just didn't come out through the words. But I don't know what's going on with these characters now. Like, ugh. It's a really cool one. Yeah, I would like to know what's going on, like with Ripclaw and Warblade and Killjoy. She was a cool character. There's more to her, and her little, like, she's in a couple of pages. I was like, man, I want to know her story. But I still say, this is from 2000. This trade is from like 2004, though. And I think these books are from the 90s. I mean, Image has come a long way since this. And Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri are still amazing artists. But, man, wish I could say this was good, but for the story, but it's not. But the art is spectacular. 10 out of 10, whatever you want to say. Man, it says 14. I don't even think I paid full price for this. 14.95. I think I got like half price. But okay, that's it. I got more comics I want to review, and I threw away a lot of VHS tapes. I think I threw like 30 VHS tapes away. But I bought probably like twice that many. But all the ones I threw away were like copies, stuff I didn't need anymore. And I've been giving away. I gave away some of my CDs. So many. I could do like a review in front of a wall of CDs. But yeah, I've been going through my comics. I have a lot of comics that I want to review. More, I have like the Warblade Endangered Species, like 4-issue limited series. How good that is. But okay, getting pretty long, and I got more beers to drink. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be New Year's. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve, and I'm gonna try to do a bunch more reviews for that special occasion. So see you later. More subscribers, more comments and likes and dislikes and everything. So come on back.